Folks, we got ourselves some drama here that I wanted to cover, and it involves Stephan, who is one of the largest financial creators on the YouTube platform. And it centers around some very problematic comments he made on Caleb Hammer's YouTube channel, which, by the way, Caleb Hammer is the new big rising star on the YouTube platform in the finance space. He almost has 1 million subscribers now. Right now, he's sitting at 900,000. But basically, Caleb did one of his financial audit, videos on his channel. And he actually did it with his new employee. So he just recently hired a guy to work on his team. This guy has only been working there for a week. He had Stephan on the platform with Caleb Hammer to do the financial audit of this guy. And Stephan said some very problematic comments regarding whether this guy should be paid for his hard work or not. And yeah, that did not sit too well with a lot of the viewers who watch Caleb Hammer's channel. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Here we go.
I work for Caleb Hammer, YouTube extraordinaire.
What's your job?
My job is junior producer.
Oh, how much do you make a year?
I make $50,000 base. Get him, Graham. Get him. Come on.
That's 50 grand. That's what you're starting off at.
And that's base, and then I get part of the.
Here's the thing: people do that job for free. I mean, you're competing with people who would just. I'm just saying.
I'm going to pay his bills.
You're gonna.
And I've got many to pay.
The reality is that there are people out there who have ways to pay their bills, who have no expenses, who will work for free and will bust their for free.
But he won the.
Okay, that is absolutely insane, and I'm not the only person who feels this way. So what Graham is doing here is he is basically telling Caleb, essentially, I can't believe you're paying this guy $50,000 to work and help your company grow and help you make more money. Just because, and his rationale was even worse. His rationale is so stupid. His rationale is, well, because you're famous and you have people who are in a privileged position where they can work for you for free or want to work for you for free, because of that, you shouldn't pay your employee at all. That's basically what Graham's saying. Graham is saying that, well, because other people will work for you for free, why would you hire this guy and pay him $50,000 when other people work for you for free? Well, Graham, here's the reason why. Number one, shout out to Caleb Hammer, because Caleb Hammer definitely pushed back on Graham. And the reason why Stephan is because Caleb has a soul unlike you. Caleb Hammer understands that people have bills to pay. Now, you can say whatever you want about other people will work for free and all that. Well, congratulations to them. But at the end of the day, obviously, those people who will work for free were not the right people for the job because Caleb Hammer didn't hire them. Caleb Hammer went with the guy who's 27, needs money to pay his bills, and is not living at home with his parents, at least I don't think. So Caleb Hammer's like, okay, well, this is the guy I've chosen. This is the guy that I think can do the job. This is the guy that I'm hiring. I'm going to pay him. What kind of soulless, awful piece of garbage do you have to be to try and convince somebody while you're in the face of his employee, hey, man, I think you're paying him too much. I don't think this guy should be paid at all because you have other people who would work for you for free. It's so stupid. And again, most people, especially at the age of 27 or above, they don't have the luxury where they're in this amazing situation where their parents have money and can support them, or they have the option to just live with their parents. And because of that, they can afford to work for somebody for free. That's number one. Number two, people should not have to work for free in order to get their foot in the door. That is so stupid. Now, if you're in college and you need to get an internship, I guess I understand that. But to be honest with you, I'm one of those people. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am one of those people that I do not think that because you intern, you should make nothing. I don't agree with that. I think if you're working hard for somebody, you should get paid for it, whether you're an intern, whether you're an employee, whatever. I don't care that other people are willing to work for free. Most people do not have the luxury to work for free. If you have the opportunity to work for somebody for free and your bills are taken care of, you are privileged. Most people don't have that. Clearly, Graham has forgotten that, and it's absolutely disgusting. Let's continue with the rest of the video.
The interviews.
I understand that, but I'm just saying.
Plus, what you get more than that.
Like here's
no, I do, and
here's the thing: a $50,000 job is, I think, fantastic. You could also make a lot more, and I have a feeling on a good trajectory, you'll probably make double that at some point. But there's also you're competing with people who would do it for free.
You'll make double that this year, probably.
Yeah, but again, this whole thing of you're competing people who would do it for free. I guess my question would be like, what type of people would this be then? Because when I think of somebody that would do this for free, I think, okay, well, they've got to be between the ages of 18 to 22. They've got to be college students. They've got to be people between the ages of 18 to 22. They're really young. Those are the only demographic of people that I could think of that would be able to even do this for free. So Graham's thing is completely stupid. I don't know if this guy has experience or not, but I would assume since he's 27, he probably has some sort of experience doing this. He probably has a little bit more years under his belt than somebody that's 18 to 22. And at the end of the day, in a world of capitalism and in a world of the United States where people have to make ends meet, to me, it's just absolutely disgusting. Like, I would think less of Caleb if you're making all this money, which Caleb has already disclosed that he makes literally like millions of dollars from running this YouTube channel through sponsorships, views, and all sorts of other different things that he's doing, right? So if you're making all of this money, why would you not pay somebody for their hard work for your company? And the other thing I want to say, and I guess this is the last point that I want to say, Graham, you're a hypocrite, because there are plenty of people that would probably work for you too, Graham, that would probably work for free. But guess what you did? You got Jack Selby to work for you, and you paid Jack Selby. You also had this guy named Nick. I forgot his name, his last name, but you know the guy named Nick, the heavyset dude. You also had an editor named Nick. I'm pretty sure there are editors out there that will work for Graham Stephan for free. And let me explain the other thing about this too. The only reason why people would even work for free is because they think that they're going to get some sort of benefit from knowing you. They think that it's a networking opportunity. They think that they're going to meet other people and get their foot in the door because they're working for a super famous YouTuber who probably has all these connections and knows people. But what the problem you're going to run into is, how long is that going to last, where you're going to be able to get away with not paying somebody for a certain amount of time? Because after a year or two, eventually they're going to be like, okay, well, you know, okay, I met some people, that's cool, I network, whatever, but at the end of the day, you know, I've been working for you for a while, like, can I get paid now? Like, this whole notion of I'm not going to pay people is absolutely insane, especially coming from Graham Stephan, who has a net worth of $30 million. But again, this speaks to his character. Graham is telling you on camera who he is as a person, and it's not very good. Let's continue.
Fine.
He's a weekend, not even a full weekend. His first day was Monday, and he already got his first bonus of like $1,500.
Which was awesome. It was really cool, and thank you very much, sir.
So what does a podcast producer do?
Also, wait, can we clarify the income? Because it's $50,000 base, and I do want to like clarify that there is like if you want to explain how that works, but basically there's a fund that the sponsor fund, I also get a cut of that. And Caleb estimated my yearly income this afternoon to be, he's like, we're aiming for 100, but it probably conservatively 75 would be probably something to anticipate. So just wanted to clarify
if
that.
no fund, like $50,000. If you know, fund good, which I think fund good, $100,000. If it's mid, 75. So pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you feel living off of that? How we doing?
All right, so yeah, this man Graham is something else. Now, let me show you guys the comments, because people in the comments were not happy with Graham Stephan. So here's what happened. This guy right here, Andrew, said Caleb is 100% right about paying him rather than him working for free. And then this guy under it said, yeah, Graham is out of touch and deserves less than Caleb. I 100% agree with that. Now, Graham Stephan actually commented, this is Graham Stephan's profile right here. You can clearly see the check mark right here. This is Graham's actual profile. Graham Stephan said, my main comment got buried, so putting it here. I think people are missing, let's see. Okay, I think people are missing some context and jumping to wild conclusions. Noah and I had conversations beforehand off camera, and my comment was simply to reiterate how fortunate of a position he's in. He mentioned that he was taking a base pay cut from his previous job to do this. When Caleb posts a job application, there are hundreds of people who say they'll drop everything, work for free, and just want to be around the team. That's the reality. Okay, I'm going to pause right there, because Graham, just because people are willing to drop everything and work for free doesn't necessarily mean that they are the right fit for the job, okay? So Graham says in this case, he's getting paid to do a job that people would die for, and he's able to scale his income, hence my comment. I think you'll make a lot more than that, but then again, when you wake up at 5 a.m. to travel for hours, film for several hours in a row, and then film this, your words don't come across as clearly as intended. Hope this helps. Okay, so the problem here is, now Graham is making excuses. Now, instead of just admitting that, hey, you guys are right, that came off wrong, I didn't mean it like that, I apologize, which, by the way, I don't understand why all of these giant YouTubers make all this money are such narcissists. I really don't understand it. They have a huge problem with accountability. And no matter what you do, no matter how wrong they are, even when everybody in the comments are just thrashing them because everybody mutually agrees that you were wrong in this situation, they just refuse to ever admit that they were wrong and apologize. I don't understand why these guys never, ever can just say, you know what, you're right, I screwed up, I'm sorry. They never do that. Instead, it's, oh, well, I woke up at 5 a.m. I traveled for hours. I filmed for several hours. Then I filmed this. Dude, just because you film for several hours and travel and you're tired or whatever doesn't change your thought patterns. So because you did all that traveling and you're tired, all of a sudden you think completely different. No, you said how you really felt. I don't care if you're tired. That's how you really felt, dude. Don't make excuses because you're getting called out for telling Caleb Hammer that he basically shouldn't pay his employee who's probably working extra hours to make sure the shows are high quality and doing well. It's just crazy. So anyway, that's what happened. I think there was another person who saw. So here's another comment. Sure hope all of Graham's employees see how much he values their labor in this video. Yeah, I agree. I think it's really like, I don't know if the word is tone deaf or what, but I think it's just extremely sad. Here, this guy right here says, paying your employees a livable wage only makes me want to support you more. Good on you, Caleb. Exactly. Like, are you guys crazy? So yeah, Graham, nobody in the comments agrees with you. Everybody thinks that you're just a big jerk. And I think you kind of are. And that's the problem when these YouTubers get to this level where they're making all this money, they become completely like, they can no longer relate to the average person. And so now they live in this crazy dreamland where, oh, well, because I'm famous, people will be willing to do crazy things for me that nobody else would do for anybody else. They're just doing it because I'm famous. Well, I can use that to my advantage. And because of that, well, you shouldn't get paid. You should not be paying your employee because you're famous. You got people who are stupid enough to work for you for free, which, by the way, I'm just going to be honest. If you're older than the age of 18 to 22, I understand. If you're a very, very young person that's maybe in college, maybe out of high school, maybe just getting out of college, and you're just looking for an opportunity to leg up, maybe for 1 year working for free, and you're able to do that financially because you have the support of your parents or whatever, I don't have an issue with that. I can understand that. But expecting a guy who's 27 years old, which this guy right here is 27, to work for free because other young kids would do it is completely stupid and just wrong on so many levels for Graham to say. So once again, you guys know I've been critical of Graham Stephan numerous times in my videos. I made several videos of Graham back when he had the entire FTX saga going on, and I continue to maintain my position that a lot of these YouTubers are completely untrustworthy and just complete jackasses and jerks when it comes to how they deal with people and how they see you. I need you guys to understand this. What Graham is saying is basically he's like, he didn't mean for it to come out that way, but that's how he feels about you. Think of all the regular people who work regular jobs. That's what he thinks about you. He thinks that you should be working for free. That's what he thinks about you. This is how bad this guy is. Shout out to Caleb Hammer for paying this guy. I think Caleb Hammer's a good guy. I have no problems with Caleb Hammer. And yeah, that'll conclude today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.